y'all, welcome back to Harmon Homestead. Happy 4th of July. We are exhausted. So this morning we picked our corn. I've got peaches and cream corn here, and I have 2 canners going. I had to film this for you guys, but if you hear something that's hissing in the background, that is my Nesco electric pressure canner. I've got it in the utility room here, and we are canning in my Presto digital electric as well. I'm doing 2 loads of cream corn, getting ready to do a 3rd. So that's what this video is, how to can cream corn. First of all, right off the bat, you can only can cream corn in pints. You cannot do per ball quarts. That's what they recommend. So this recipe is going to be using pints. And we've got corn here that's washed. How I wash my corn, you'll see silks on it. What you need to do is take your hands and go back and forth under cool water. Every now and then you'll see a few little stragglers, but that gets the bulk of it off, okay? Our corn was very poor this year because it was in a drought. This is what's left out of all the loads. So, since it's so poor and we had pollination trouble, an easy thing to do, if I don't want to eat this on the cob, which I could, it's fine, but I want to can it. It's not going to be great for whole kernel, but it will be perfect for cream corn. So I've got a bowl here and I've been cutting this up. You can do this a method of ways, any variety you'd like. There's tools out there. You can take your cob and go down that's got teeth, and that'll cut the corn. You can do it with a knife. The main thing is with this, you don't want it whole kernel. You want it all tore up and broken up like this, okay? When you're cutting your corn, what I like to do is use a vegetable peeler, because this right here is so stinking easy, and everybody's got one in their kitchen. I tried it with a knife this morning, and it was just too hard to do. It just wasn't going right. And then, when you have it cut, you need to get the milk out of the cob, all this good starch. And it was hard with the knives that I was using. I used a brand new knife that was sharp. I used a dull knife. I used everything in between. I used a spoon to try to milk the cob. That's what you want with cream corn. And I said, let me try the vegetable peeler, and it worked perfectly. So what I'm going to do is just start on my cob here and just kind of scrape it halfway down. See this? How I just barely made an indentation, and then go again. And keep doing that. And then start going back and forth, just like this. Then you start noticing a bunch of juice run out. And you want to get down to the cob and really scrape as hard as you can. Now sometimes I'll do like a light, swift movement. That way it'll try to get the milk out. And just do this all around your cob. You want it chopped up, just as rough as it can be for this cream corn. You want it just destroyed. And you can probably see in the camera this juice is coming out everywhere because corn is so full of starch. And so we're going to go back and forth all throughout the cob. This is messy. I've cleaned my kitchen already today because I couldn't take it. There'll be corn in your floor. There'll be corn everywhere. If you can do this outside, that'd be great. But corn ruins pretty quickly, so I would recommend doing it in the air condition if I could for that. Okay, so just roughly scrape your cob, and that will get you a lot of corn, guys. You just saw the bowl. So save this, because the next video we're going to do is corn cob jelly. So I'm going to save that over there and show y'all up close what we're doing. Alright guys, so we've got a little cob here, and I'm using this vegetable peeler. So what you're going to do is take it and just kind of go right down like that. Just halfway cut those kernels. You don't want to really bear down. That starts chopping them up. This is so much better than a knife to me. And you can start scraping and scrubbing it. That is so much better than doing this with a knife. And you get tons of milk that way from the kernels. So this is a really thin cob, but you can see here, see how I'm doing that? And I'm just scrubbing it. Just like that. And now we're saving our cobs for corn cob jelly. Here's a little baby cob I had. Just right down like that, and then go back and forth. Okay, so I got the rest of the corn done. I've got my canner preheating. It just emptied out the 6 little pint jars, and we're done there. They all sealed of cream corn. My other canner is done. It's cooling off. So what I'm going to do is get my cream corn ready. So this is it, and isn't it beautiful, y'all? It is just gorgeous. So I've got a pot here that I've been cooking in all day with the corn. I'm just continuing to do it. What you need to do is boil this corn on the stove for 3 minutes. That's it. So what I'm going to do is, it says use 2 cups and measure it that way. And for every 2 cups, do 1 1/4 cup of water and some salt if desired. So I'm just measuring out 2 at the time to keep count. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time 8 got about 7 pints. The ball recipe that I'm using calls for 6 pints, and it calls for 3.5 to 4 and 4.5 pounds of corn itself. That's hard to measure. So we've got 8 cups of corn, so we'll need 5 cups of water. So I'm going to add that and put it on the stove and boil it. So we're boiling our cream corn for 3 minutes. We've got 1 minute left, and then it goes in the jars. All right, guys, so our jars are ready. Our corn is boiled. So we are ready to do this, and I've got Mr. Homestead in the kitchen helping film because I am exhausted. So what we're going to do, I've got my funnel here, is fill this up to a 1-inch headspace. Now, if you eat cream corn, you'll notice that it has a milk. All of the milk is present once you boil it and you add water. So once you add that water, don't panic before you do because it's going to look dry, but you add the water to every 2 cups of corn, 1 1/4 cup of water. Perfect. So we're going to go up to a 1-inch headspace, and at this point I'm going to get my debubbler. I'm going to go down in here just a couple times, but there's really no point. This is so loose. I'm going to go to the 1-inch mark, and let's see here. That's 1 inch. Perfect. So it's going to be lower than what we're used to doing. I'm going to get a damp paper towel. You really want to clean the rim of this jar because this corn is starchy and it's sticky. So we're really going to clean this. I never use vinegar to clean the rims of my jars before I pressure can, but on this I was tempted to. Very, very tempted because it's so sticky. Okay, and I'm going to draw off one of my lids. Just remember, only do this with pints. And what you're going to do is pressure can this only for 85 minutes. It's an hour and 25 minutes, so on my canner I've done 85. All right, there's one. And this is our jars. When they come out of the canner with the water, dump that out for pressure canning. We'll do one more round, and it's a beautiful pale yellow color. It really is pretty. And I will show y'all the finished result of the last batch that we just took out. It's hot. It's 90-something degrees here in canning. It's no fun, guys. It is fun, but it's no fun at the same time. 1 inch. Just clean it. Lid. Your ring. Extra little twist, and that's it. So I'm gonna load this up and I'm gonna show y'all the finished product. All right, here's the finished product. 6 pints of cream corn here. We've got 4 more and we're loading up 7 more. We'll see you guys next time on Homestead.